everyone, it's Tabitha. I just pulled into my school in the morning, and today I am taking you through a day in the life of a drama teacher. I love watching these. Maybe I'm just weird, but I love watching these from other teachers, so I thought it would be cool to try one myself. School is right now in a hybrid model, which means we are half in person. But me as a drama teacher, I am mostly an in-person teacher, so today I'm going to take you through a day in the life of a drama teacher teaching in person during COVID. Let me just get my most important school accessory ready. All right, let's have a great day. Hi everyone, so I am in my classroom. Last year, my morning duty, I'm so immature, I find that such a weird phrase, but anyway, last year I was in charge of car riders and like opening the car door for them and welcoming them all to the school, which I actually kind of liked because I was the first smiling face that everyone saw in the morning, so I did like that part, and I got to see all the kids, I got to see all the parents. But the thing I didn't like about it is that I am a huge wuss when it comes to the cold. So as soon as fall hit, I was complaining about being cold. And everybody's like, oh, aren't you from New York? Shouldn't you be used to this? And it's like, well, I complained about it there too. I just don't like the cold. So this year, my morning duty is actually standing in one of the main hallways upstairs and just making sure that the kids are walking, they're being safe. And I still get to say hi to them in the morning, so I like that. I like to write on the board my plans for the day. It's not anything too extensive. It's just little bullet notes for myself and for the kids so they kind of know what's happening. So I'll just take you through what my day is going to look like. So in kindergarten, we are starting Peter and the Wolf, which if you guys know it, it's one of my favorite stories, and it's a story with music. I learned it in a music class when I was little, and I've never forgotten it. But instead of teaching it as a music teacher, I teach it through drama. We use the songs to talk about movement and characterization, and then we eventually dramatize the story, and I love Peter and the Wolf so much. So we're going to listen to all the different theme songs from all the characters. They're going to have to match the theme song with the characters, and then we're going to try to walk like all the different characters. So that's what we're doing in kindergarten. I love that lesson. So pass the wand. It used to be pass the mic. So I used to have this microphone that we would pass around and the kids would hold and put to their mouths, and it would be a way to practice projection and public speaking. But obviously now, we don't want to do that. That could spread germs. So instead, I have this magic wand, which doesn't have that much of a connection to drama like a microphone did, but whatever, it's fine. And I just point at them from far away, so nobody's putting their mouth near anything, and they know when it's their turn. So and then when I move the wand around, we go falderal and fiddle-dee-dee, which if you're a theater person, you know that's from Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which we did 2 years ago. So I thought that was a cute way to make that a little bit more fun. First grade, we are doing intro to masks, so I'm showing them different pictures of masks, different types of masks. It's funny to talk about masks now because we're all wearing face masks, but we're talking more about theatrical masks, and then I give them a mask to color on their own. In grade, we are doing improv games. So the 2 games we're doing today are characters out of the bag, which used to be characters out of a hat, but now I don't have kids putting their hands in hats anymore. And then an object game. So both of these are improv games that I've had to kind of change just to keep safe and not have kids touching the same thing. So for this one, it used to be that I would just put papers that would say types of people in a hat, and then a kid would put their hand in a hat, switch it around, and then pick a paper from it. But obviously I don't really want to do that now, so instead I made this bag, and I'm the one that picks it for them, so the only person that ever puts their hand there is me. And I pick something out. So for example, if they pick this one, it says detective, so they can act as a detective. Usually, if the kid can't read the word that's on the paper, I would like whisper it in their ear, but I'm trying not to do that, obviously, so I did this. where on the other side I put a picture to help them so they would know what they had to act out without me getting too close to them and whispering it in their ear. As you can see, this is set up for 2nd grade because that's the first grade I had today. So I have them all sitting on the cushions, and I have the carpet clear because that'll be our stage. And then when it's someone's turn, they can go up on stage and pick out a paper from the bag, and then they'd have to act out a detective, and the audience would have to guess what they were. So we just do that. The kids really like this game, actually, and it's the first time we're playing it this lesson, so they always tend to like it. Next, I have the object game, which is another game that I had to kind of mess around with to make sure that people don't touch the same things as other people. So usually I'd have a bag of objects, and just like the hat, kids could just put their hands in and pick out an object. But instead, I'm kind of doing this activity on my own, but I'm having the kids help me. So I take out an object. So let's say it's a cup. And usually if it was a kid, I would say, okay, now you have to pretend that the cup is something else, and you have to act it out, and everybody has to guess what you turned the cup into, and it kind of has to make sense with the shape of the cup. So they could use it, they could put it to their ear and make it a phone, they could put it on their head and make it a hat. I've had kids put it by their mouths and make it a megaphone, but obviously now I don't want people to do that, so instead I pick it out. I say, okay, when it's your turn, you come up on the stage and you tell me what you want me to make it into, and then the audience has to guess. So I've just been taking kids behind this fireplace and having a conversation with them so that the kids don't hear or see what we're talking about, and then the kid tells me, oh, you should make it this, and then I go on stage and act it out. So the kids still like it, they just aren't the ones to act it out because I don't want them all touching the same things. 3rd grade, we're doing, I'm starting a unit on the history of musical theater, so I'm doing intro to vaudeville, so I'm going to show them what vaudeville was, how it came before Broadway. It's so awkward to talk about Broadway now because Broadway's closed, so I get a little sad whenever I talk to kids about it. And then this is a lesson, maybe I'll show you later on my PowerPoint, but this is the lesson that I really am sad that I had to change because I loved it so much. So I tell them about vaudeville, I have a slideshow, I show them a video about vaudeville, and then my lesson used to be that kids would be broken up into different groups and they'd be different places, and then they would get a type of vaudeville show to act out. So it could be like a musical number, it could be a comedy skit, it could be a drama skit, it could be a special talent or a magic show, because the main thing I want kids to take away from was that vaudeville were like variety shows. They didn't really have a story, they were just more like talent shows. So I have different groups of kids doing different types of things, and they get to work together to come up with something, and then at the end of class, they would go up on stage and act it out for the class, and we'd make our own class vaudeville show with all this variety of acts. And the lesson used to be so wonderful, and also it would take 50 minutes, so we have 25 minutes now, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it as is anyway. So what I have now, it's a lot less structured. After the vaudeville video, I'm like, all right, we're gonna have a class talent show, so if you have a talent, feel free to go up on stage and show us. So lately it's just been a lot of girls doing like splits. So in 4th grade, we've been working on this short little comedy skit. This is something else I had to change. Last year I had I paired them up, and each pair had a different comedy scene. So they each were working on their own different scenes. So by the time it was the performance, we would see all these scenes. Because again, I don't want to break people off into pairs and have them get close together. I had everyone learn the same scene, and when it's time to perform, you don't really, I don't expect anyone to have had rehearsal with each other before. They just all know the scene. So got the scene far apart, and it's been working okay. I have to say it is easier to talk about just one scene and have everyone know what I'm talking about rather than having all these pairs of people talking about different scenes. So I'm going to give them a few minutes to rehearse by themselves just to make sure they know how to read all the words on their script. So I will check in with you later and let you know how the day is going. Hey, so I just got back from a one-on-one meeting with my admin that they scheduled with everybody just to have a check-in. I love my admin. I know a lot of theater teachers who have a tough relationship with their admin because I know theater teachers in general, we like to push boundaries sometimes, but honestly, I love my admin. We have a pretty nice relationship, and we talked about a lot of cool things. Just got done with my first class of the day. It was a 2nd grade class, and it went really well. That was the one with the 2 improv games. And then it was really cute because at the beginning of the lesson I was talking to them about improv, and I was making a joke saying, hey, think about it this way. When you wake up in the morning, somebody doesn't come up to you and go, okay, here's your script for today. This is what you're going to say to all your friends. This is what you're going to say to all your teachers. No, you improv it, and you actually improv most of the day. When people talk to you, you just make it up right out of their head. And then this one kid, he just yells out, our whole life is improv. And I was like, yes, you're right, basically. And it was just such a cute moment where he did a big exclamation, our whole life is improv. I loved it. So yeah, I have a little bit until I have to go to pre-K, so I'm going to continue typing up lesson plans, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. So I just had 2nd grade, and what I've been doing is at the ends of each class, I tell everybody to take the cushion that they were sitting on, and they just put it on this red chair. That way I can wipe them down. I'm getting ready for pre-K, which is my next class, and for pre-K, so far they haven't been coming into specials classrooms. We've been going into their room. So this is my cute little bag that I got from Amazon. Maybe I'll link it down below. It's super cute. I really like it. I was nervous about it. And back in the beginning of the year, we were going into all the classrooms, and some of the other specials teachers, they got like huge carts with wheels, and it looked really nice, and they had a lot more stuff than I did anyway, but I honestly don't need that much stuff for my classroom, so something like that would have definitely been a lot of overkill. So instead I got this, and also I'm short, so you don't want to see me walking around trying to maneuver a huge cart. So this is nice and cute. I can just take it, and the kids were like, oh, it's like you're going on vacation, and I was like, yeah. So I'm just getting the bag ready for anything I need with pre-K. Before, when I was going into all the classrooms, this is where I had my schedule and the room numbers, so I knew where to go. It has this cute little pocket here. That's where I just put a marker so I don't have to use the teacher's marker. Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've been able to check in. So after I last checked in, I had 3 classes in a row, and then I had lunch, and then I had 1 class, so now I can finally have a breather and talk to you guys for a little bit. So pre-K was very cute. We had 3rd grade, and I did my vaudeville lesson. I had 4th grade, and we did our performances of the play that we've been reading. It's a little short skit. It's actually from the PBS show Zoom. I think I found the website, but it didn't have all the stuff anymore just because it was such a long time ago. But they had an email, so I was able to email the creators of the show. And they literally, this was like 2 years ago I did this, and literally they replied within 20 minutes, and they were like, oh, here you go, and they just gave me all of the scripts. Like, it's a special sketchy link to all of the scripts from the skits they did in the Zoom TV show. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so it's a lot of cute, like really short 1 or 2 page long skits that the kids did on the TV show Zoom. And the cool thing is they were written by other kids, which is awesome. It was really cool to see them act out their skit. They did a really good job. I try to do this thing where I have the kids give each other compliments after watching their scene. Like, what did you like? Oh, they were nice and loud. They were projecting their voice. I like how she used her body to act out her character. And then one kid, she just goes, they really brought the characters to life. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So this is why I love elementary school drama. It's just so cool. Like, you'd be surprised at how much these kids get into it. And then I had lunch. I just had some leftover. I've been getting lazy with lunch. What do you guys pack for yourselves at lunch? Please tell me, because I am horrible at having good lunches. I used to do microwavable meals, but that's obviously annoying and expensive, and you always have to go to the store. I don't want to have to do that all the time. And so today I just had some leftover dinner from last night, and it wasn't even that much, but I was just so lazy. I'm like, you know what? This is my lunch for tomorrow. It's not really a full meal, but it's fine. I'm not that hungry. So I had lunch. I ate lunch in the cafeteria, which is right on the other side of my wall, with some of my coworkers. And then I came back and I did another 3rd grade lesson. The Tony Award nominations came out. And I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of sad. I don't know. And it's really sad because the Broadway shutdown was extended to the end of May next year. So when you think about it, there's not going to be a Tony Awards next year because there's going to be nothing, at least this year they were able to like be like, oh, the few shows that were able to open this season. But yeah, the nominations are interesting. Aaron Tveit, which is like a Broadway actor that I have a huge crush on, and he's awesome, but he's literally the only actor nominated for his category, Best Actor in a Musical for Moulin Rouge. So I guess congratulations. That's so weird. An actor, and I had a dream to get a Tony. This would be a weird way to get it. Like, I'd be like, oh, okay, this is an awkward year. There's literally no competition. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hey everyone, so it's the end of the school day. My last 3 classes went really, really well. First grade had fun making masks. We had an earthquake drill that I completely forgot was supposed to happen, but it didn't take too long. It was fine, but it just took me by surprise. And then kindergarten had a really good time with the Peter and the Wolf songs. And then 4th grade was so fun, and it's so funny because drama teachers, I think you guys know what it feels like when you can, especially elementary drama teachers, you know what it feels like when you are looking at 4th graders and they're doing an actual scene and they're acting and they're using stage directions and they're projecting their voice and they're using inflections. And probably to like high school teachers or middle school teachers, it's like, well, yeah, isn't that like the bare minimum? But like, you don't understand like how hard it is to get kids to do that from this young of an age, especially shy kids. And the class I had today, every single kid did that, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Usually you might have 1 or 2 standouts in a class that are willing to just act and let everything go and be completely confident, but this class, they were all ready. They were all just ready for it and acting out their character, and it was just a really good class. Honestly, 4th grade made me so happy today, so it was a really nice note to end the day on. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's been a great day. Today was an awesome day. As far as the way school is right now, any other teachers who are teaching in person right now, I don't know if you guys are seeing this in your schools, but honestly, behavior, there's not that much behavior issues because our classes are so small, because we only ever have half the school at one time. Like, kids are more aware of their surroundings, and they do have a perception of, okay, we need to be safe. So I think that's really cool, rather than them just, I thought they'd be all over each other and that would be my main thing, would be to keep them apart. But honestly, they seem to completely understand what needs to happen to keep everyone safe, which is nice. I have planned for the rest of the day is I do have a virtual reading, of course, like I always do. I have a virtual reading tonight. My husband is in it, and I'm really excited. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Everyone, it is now the nighttime. I am with my hubby Joe.
Hi.
And we are getting ready for a virtual reading. You guys know I do virtual readings all the time, and we're doing one together because I force him.
Yes. But also I like doing them too. And this one is called The Night Watch.
Yes, we're doing The Night Watch. It is a horror play thing for spooky season. And he is playing Lieutenant Walker, and I am playing Dr. Tracy Lake. Neither of us have read the entire play, so we'll see how this goes. But thank you so much for following me through a day in the life of a drama teacher. I am ending the night doing a virtual read and neglecting to make my husband dinner, but I will make him mac and cheese later. I promise you I make better dinners other nights. This is just a bad night. All right, and we're going to say bye.
Okay, bye.